Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is ceremony makeup and nails. If you're interested in seeing makeup tutorials and nail art tutorials, then please subscribe, hit like, and if you've got any suggestions for future videos, please put them in the comment section. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. So just doing my morning skincare. I do look like I've got quite red eyes. That is actually a little bit of pink staining from the hot pink and purple that I did yesterday. So it just goes to show those pigments, they're pretty full on. So I spent my night with one of my girlfriends, and she's a makeup artist too. And she gave me so much stuff. We've got Huda Beauty Pastels Rose. This is a weird looking palette. Isn't it weird? So I don't know about this one. I'm liking these nudie colors down here. This, I did a swatch yesterday, and I'll do another one to show you. It's just, yeah, weird glitter. All these cuts from kittens. They're picking up a new kitten, which will be my 4th Burmese. He's about 7.5 weeks old now, so when he's 12 weeks old, we get to bring him home. And hopefully he's going to be my stud cat for the Burmese. This is my first time filming with my new haircut, and I haven't done my hair yet this morning, so I'm just seeing if it'll play along, and then I'll muck around with it at the end. But it's pretty funky. We've got like a shaved patch here, and yeah, it's mental. See, I've got quite a lot of redness today, like rosacea around here. Just not looking so great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime. Actually, I'll moisturize first, because I've put a nice nourishing oil on underneath. Now, a little bit of moisturizer. This one is from The Ordinary. This is its natural moisturizer plus HA, so that's hyaluronic acid. This is really good stuff. So I'm just going to moisturize my skin. Please moisturize your skin before you put foundation on. Ideally, you want to moisturize and prime. To get that moisturizer sucked into my face. I've actually put my eye cream on off camera just before I press go. So there we go. It feels nice and nourished. And make sure you come down your chin, or else later on when you're trying to blend down your chin, if you haven't brought moisture down, it's going to kind of get a bit stuck there. It's not going to blend as nicely. So you'll have to excuse me in my pajamas. They're my new Peter Alexander. And if you could feel the material, it's divine. I got the dressing gown for it as well. It's so cool. Anyway, all right, face is fully hydrated. Now we're going to choose a primer, and I'm going to go with one I don't usually use. So today's products are going to be products that you don't usually see me use. So this is one of mine. This is a Morphe Foundation Primer Equalizer. So this is a silicone based, which is freaking awesome for pore size and smoothness on your skin. So I put a fair bit on there. Just rub it together and then dot it around your face so it doesn't get stuck to anywhere. So give it a rub in. Make sure I had a chemical peel 4 or 5 days ago, like a medical grade acid peel. So that's why there's a lot of redness and rosacea and stuff coming up. But that's okay, we can cover all that. Oh, I love this primer. I love silicone based primers. Oh, there's so many primers out there. I just keep buying them and buying them, but I keep going back to the silicone base because you just get such a, if you could feel, it feels good. Okay. Base is on. What foundation are we going to use today? And I'm back. It's my little box of foundations. I choose, you know what, I'm going to give the ColourPop another hit. This is a ColourPop No Filter foundation. I'll give it a quick shake. I like to shake all the liquids. And I'm going to put this on with a damp blender. This is one from Morphe. They're about $5. You need to completely saturate it in water and squeeze it under running tap for a while. Then squeeze the excess water out and then wrap it in like a toweling bath mat sort of thing and squish it out again. So it's just damp. But your buffer should almost double in size when you wet it properly and squeeze it out. So without further ado, this is the ColourPop No Filter foundation. And I'm wearing the shade Medium 80. Just going to use my hand and put 2 on the back of my hand here. And then I'm going to distribute it around my face a little bit. Probably should have done some color correcting before instead of after, but that's okay. Now that my hair's so blonde at the roots, it's really tricky to blend in those roots. All right, so I've distributed this quite well. And now I'm going to come in with Thunder. What's left on the back of my hand, I'm just going to pick up. The sponge does pick up and take away a little bit of your product, but the payoff for the texture that using a sponge to apply a foundation gives you, I believe, is worth it. I had my eyebrows tattooed about a week ago now. No, maybe longer, maybe 2 weeks. And they were flaking and stuff, but they've come up quite well. I'd had them tattooed for years, but they needed a touch up. So that was good. If anyone is in the local area and is looking for a cosmetic tattooist, shoot me through a PM or a DM, whatever you call it, on YouTube. Send me a DM or a PM. Can someone tell me what's the difference between a DM and a PM? Please tell me. I'll be ever so grateful. Okay. Yeah. It's looking a little patchy. Definitely a bit. I'm going to need some more. Yeah, so when I do this with the brush, I never need more, but because I'm using the sponge, and like I said, the sponge sucks some of your foundation away. Before the foundation sets, I'm just going to grab a tissue and just rub it out of my hair. You might not need to do this, but if you're getting it in your hair and it's visible, it's not a good look. But at the same time, you want it to go into your hairline so you don't look like an alien sort of walking around with this head that's a different color to the rest of it. So I'm just going to put one more pump. So this is obviously buildable. It's nice and runny. I do like the consistency of it. And I'm just going to press in from there and go to the areas that I need more, like here. Right into my nose, I need that. Okay. Let's try and go with trusty Jeffree Star. And I'm going to do a little chicken foot there, bring it down the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. I also like to go like this, I like to go like that, and under the eyes, not too much. Really been cutting down what I'm putting underneath my eyes, guys. The more product that you build up underneath your eyes can lead to creasing and make you look older than you are. So you've just got to be a bit careful under the eyes. This is what makes a sponge perfect. See, it's just bouncing up. That was one pass of the sponge. You see what a great job it's doing, getting right into the corner of my eye. And then I'm going to bring it any excess across the lid. So yeah, I don't exclusively use lid primers. I know a lot of makeup artists do. Maybe it's something I'll start doing. I've got a eyelid primer here. I don't know exactly where. And if you're watching locally, I wanted to let you guys know that I do offer a makeup service, whether it doesn't have to be bridal, it can be special event, school ball, party, 18th birthday, whatever, date night. If you want a professional face of makeup and strip lashes, I will do that for $50 from my home. If I have to travel, it'll be $80. It includes your lashes. So, and if there's anyone who's really struggling and they're not quite sure what to do with eyeshadow, eyeshadow is pretty much one of the #1 complaints I hear from people, that they just don't know what to do. They just get one color of eyeshadow and pop it on and they're away. But if you're not confident using it, if you have a look right in here, I'm coming close. There's all dead bits of dead skin. That's my acid peel. I'm not actually a leper. Okay. Little bit of highlight along the jaw. Now, I'd like to use a cream blush, but let's see what I got. Oh, I got given this, like the iconic London. It's one of those flat brushes with like trillions of bristles. It's not too really good for, I think it's going to eat a heap of product. I don't know if you meant to wet it first. I guess we shall find that out. Where did it go? Oh, that's beautiful. It's this bronzer. You can see the colour on it there. That's really nice. But, oh, and this is the illuminator. It's a Urban Decay. It's crazy. All right, 1 second. Okay, I can't find it. So what I'm going to do, because I've done my powder, I haven't done my powder, I've done my foundation, and I need to do my contouring, and then I'm going to pat it down. Okay, so today I'm going to contour with a powder. Usually I use a paste or this bad boy, this double-ended one. Today we're going to go with powder. So if we're going to go with powder, I need to just put a thin veil of translucent powder all over my face. So I use my favorite, most amazing Wayne Goss brush, the light of my life. My goal one day is for all my brushes to be Wayne Goss. Look them up, they're super expensive, but you can get them at Adore Beauty. I only have 3, but I want like 20 different ones. Okay, so what I'm going to do is choose a nice powder. I'm going to use the e.l.f. one. So I've got the Jeffree Star. This is definitely a premium quality stuff. It even smells like marshmallows. It's really fine milled. And then I've got this e.l.f. one that I had before, and there's nothing wrong with the e.l.f. one. But you need to use the finest ground translucent powder that you can get, because if you don't, you can end up with cakiness, which is obviously the last thing we want. So there's just a little bit in there. I'm just going to pick it up with my brush, and I'm just going to start in the middle of my forehead. This is obviously a great way to mattify your makeup as well. So I'm going to set that top lid because it's had a little bit of foundation, it's had a little bit of concealer, and now it's had that. So that's workable with now. I can work with that. That's staining. They don't always stain, but hot pinks and purples, if they're a good pigment and they're good quality, they can stain unless you're wearing an eyeshadow base. So nothing serious. I washed my face this morning with an oil-based cleanser from 4th Row Beauty. And you just put 2 pumps of this oil on your face and you rub it in onto your lashes and all around, and you just splash it off with water and your face is really nicely hydrated. that's what will do that. So I'm just mattifying all this with translucent. So when I do the bronzer and I do my blush, it's not going to grab. It's going to glide because there is a bit of powder there. But as you can see, it hasn't lightened me up at all. It's just, that bit's got to go. My hairdresser actually warned me that the makeup could stain my hair, not just until I wash it again. She said that makeup will grab and stain your hair, so that's why I'm being a bit overcautious, I suppose. Let's just give me one more look at this. So I'm not baking at all. I'm just putting a really thin veil of powder pretty much over my whole face, except my eyebrows. Oh, I was going to use the new bronzer. That's my new highlighter. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Look at the shimmer. Hope you can see that. That's just shimmering like crazy now. So that's going to be my highlighter. This is going to be my blush. So this is from the Balm Company. They make these gorgeous little minis. This is the blush, Hot Mama. And I've got this one that I love as well, Bahama Mama. And it is the most beautiful, beautiful bronzer. So let's do them. We're going to start with the bronzer. I'm going to stay with my nice Wayne Goss brush. Just a little dust off. And I'm going to just pick up a little bit. I'm going to just sort of pop it in there because look how much colour it's picked up. Okay, and then we're going to go from the top of our ear to the corner of our nose and then through the pupil. So we want powder here. Make sure you buff it up, buff it in. Ooh, look at that. There's a bit of jaw going on there. I'm going to do a little bit more because I'm feeling very, I don't know, I'm in a contouring mood today. Oh, I'm covered in scratches. Kittens. So anyway, yeah, I went to look at 2 kittens this week. One I really, really liked. It was a girl. I've already got 2 girls. This was another girl. And I looked at a boy as well, but we didn't love the boy as much. So I'm going to get the girl. So then I have 4 Burmese girls. And yeah, if I need a boy, I can look elsewhere. All right, so blush is going to go here, not here. I'm going to start at the apple of your cheek and drag it back up, back up. So we're lifting the face. Just added just that little touch of pink. I don't like too much blush. I feel, I don't know, I don't like it. I think it just makes you look like you're wearing a ton of makeup. But we do need a little bit of colour. I don't need much because my rosacea is sort of showing through a bit. So I probably could have built that up a little bit more. Contoured, contoured. And contour a little bit around my hairline, which just makes me look like I've been out in the sun. This is where the sun would naturally hit. So having some bronzer up on your top of your forehead into your hair makes such a difference. And just whack it in. So you can see my forehead now has got like this shadow where it's meant to be. The other place I really like to contour is just here under my bottom lip. I was going to contour with blush. Okay, under my bottom lip. So I'm just going to pick up the tiniest amount and then pat it in. So what that does is, see how it's created a shadow? and it makes my bottom lip look bigger because we've created darkness there. Pretty cool. Okay, eyebrows. Now, I haven't decided what look to do. Actually, I should use as good as gold. Yeah, and we'll do kind of naturally eyes and then maybe red lippy. Except I just dropped everything that I was using. And this is the powder bronzer from that same brand. What's the brand called? The Balm Cosmetics. But I don't need to use it right now because I've already used it. And where did I put the highlighter? Here it is. This is absolutely stunning. This is Urban Decay Naked Illumination in the shade Aura. So I'm going to grab that. See, it looks like it could use out of this wine gloss brush. And I'm just going to sort of glimmer across the top of it because it is packed up that much. Tap, tap, tap. All right, so this is going to go up here on the eye socket. So just above your cheekbone and up. Let's see. Definitely for the day, go light or lighter. At night though, go mental with the highlight. It looks so good under lighting. And then give it a bit of a blend in to that blush. That's better. I'm looking alive. A little bit on the end of my nose. And a little bit on my Cupid's bow. There we go. Use my L'Oreal Skinny Definer Brow Artist in Brunette. So this end is the spoolie. It's very handy. Put that there. And this end is a very small gauged like crayon. So first brush them through. Like heaps of dead skin around here, guys. I am aware and I do apologize. It's from the chemical. I had a medical grade chemical peel. I had to put numbing cream on me and everything. But I was very brave. Now, because I want to look extra awesome today, I don't know why, I've got to edit this video, and then I have a beautiful nail client, one of my favorite nail clients. It's been my nail client for probably 10 years or more, possibly more. So she's coming to get a set done. And the fun thing about getting a set done with Penny is that Penny sits down, I go, what do you want? And she goes, whatever. I'm like, awesome. Plus she wears full length stilettos and full length coffins. So between me and Penny, we're the only ones that are wearing the full length. Most clients are a medium or something like that. Okay, we've done the illuminator, we've done that. I forgot to try this brush. I might do that in another video. I just feel like red around there. I wonder if I just grab a tiny bit of, let's try a little bit of concealer on it and see if it even stays there. Dot there. Where is my squishy? Here it is. These little pink ones are super handy. I'm just gonna press. Good. That's better. Okay, and what colours are we going to go for today? Oh, there's a reason that I had that out. I'm going to cut under my eyebrows. Completely unnecessary step. Something I've just learned to do, and now I really love doing it. And I'm just figuring out my best brush to use here. I sort of want, this one might work. All right, so what we're going to do is pick it up from the concealer wand. You can use any concealer that you want. Just obviously make sure it's lighter than your skin, your foundation. And then I'm just going to line. Oh, this brush is doing great line. There. And then just at the peak, I'm going to line there. They're going to come down to nothing. This one's going to go over here and down. So see how it really defines the brows? So now what you need to do is go in and sort of just go over it, blend it in a bit. So I'd go like this and pull it down from where I put it, so it comes down onto the lid. And then the ones at the top we just sort of buff in. It's just going to be hard today because of that dead skin. But we just buff that in. Right. One highlighted brow. Looks cool, doesn't it? This is more a nighttime look. Or if you just want to be fabulous and wear your makeup this way, that's fine. For me, this is a day look. I wear night looks all day, so I don't want to be restricted. Okay, 2 brows. Well, I'm really happy with that. All right, we might even cut a crease today. Shall we cut a crease? Okay, now I know the palette that we're going to use. Oh, because I dropped it. That's right. So this is ColourPop, who I absolutely adore, and this is a good as gold palette. This would have been about $18 US. My friend had it, but she didn't like it. She couldn't get looks out of it that she wanted. So I don't know what that black bit's doing there. But as you can see, it's a mixture of matte colours, glitter colours, and foil colours. So this is a glitter colour down here. So let's build up with, I'm going to use this one up here. Does it have a name? Yep, State of Mind. So I'm going to get it mine, gold mining, state of mind. Most of them go with something. All right, so I'm going to grab myself a nice little brush. This is actually one of my new Morphe brushes that I got. I got it in a kit. It was the James Charles eye brush kit. I think it had like 13 eye brushes in it. Now I tried one yesterday, I didn't like it, so I'm gonna try it again. Okay, I'm surprised because Morphe, I like just standard Morphe brushes. As you guys know, Morphe collabs with James Charles, Jaclyn Hill, Jeffree Star, and whoever else, and they all bring out their own brush lines. And I thought, well, if I like plain Morphe brushes, then surely I'm going to like the special edition ones. They're going to be the same. They're not. Yeah, right, that's my whinge. I'm not going to carry on about it because I do love Morphe. So for this, I'm going to pack it into the crease. This is State of Mind from the Good as Gold palette. And I'm going to go back. See, it just feels stiff when I go back and forth in the crease. It shouldn't feel stiff. It shouldn't feel stiff. So having that concealer on the eye really means that your colour's going to pop. Like, look at that beautiful peachy colour that's coming out of there, as opposed to this eye. And we're just laying a foundation. We're not even doing any blending really yet. We are blending out this base colour. What was it called again? Gold Rush. I have to admit that growing up, actually, and even when I was a bit of a grown-up, I was obsessed with Bold. I used to watch it with Mum when I was a kid, and my mum's in Queensland and I'm in Perth, and what used to happen is she'd watch Bold, but she was 2 hours in front, or 2.5 or 3 with daylight savings, and so deal was she wasn't allowed to call me until Bold had played in Perth, because then we could discuss it and she wouldn't drop any spoilers. Yeah, just can't trust that one. Not drop a spoiler. A little bit more up here. Kind of neutralize that pink stain. It's kind of looking like it's meant to be there though, which is quite funny. So this is our base color. And then we're going to use, so base color should usually be matte, unless you're going out at night. It should be matte. You can put shimmers down, but shimmers don't seem to blend quite as well with other colors. So matte is definitely a good idea, a skin color matte. So this State of Mind is just, see, it's just like a mushroomy nude. So that's all over my eye beds now. So I think coming towards the end, I want to use Gold Rush. Yeah, I was using State of Mind. Now I want to use, oh, I don't know, it's Big Brooch. Here's the difference. There's Gold Rush, the next darker color. But I'm looking at this one here, Big Brother. Big Brooch, sorry. All right, I'm going to pick up a little bit, tap it off. I know ColourPop has a lot of pigment, so you're better off using little bits. And I'm going to tap it into the end of my eyelid. See where I'm tapping? Just here. Just here, because that's where I want to concentrate the colour. Okay, now I can start blending it. So I'm going to blend it across. I'm going to try and bring it through the crease. I'm not loving this brush, but I thought I should give it a go. Ooh, that's added a nice dimension of smokiness. I think it actually needs a bit more. So, pressing it where we want it. And I'm going to need a fluffy. Just can't even really do little circles. This is the Morphe M456. But it was from the James Charles. Yeah, I'm not in love. All right, so that's nice and it's got a little bit of darkness into it now. So we'll go back into Big Brooch and do the other eye. If you're watching this around the time of filming, you might like to know that Morphe is having up to 50% off sale online at the moment. So if you're looking for some brushes or some palettes, then take advantage of the 50% off. You know what I do? When I go, oh, I want that, I go into ColourPop or, my brain's falling out. Morphe. Right, so I go into my account on Morphe or into ColourPop and I add things like a wish list of things that I want and I would buy if they were half price. And then I just wait and check my emails, and usually within a week or 10 days, they're having a half price sale. So then I go in and check out all my stuff, like go through the checkout. So yeah, that's my way of avoiding a mad rush when there's a sale. Alright, we're definitely going to need to bring something here and here, and we're going to have to use the gold foiling, of course. Now I found that the golds, not just the golds, the glitters are actually better with your fingertips. So I'm going to go, I might go with Gold Star first. That's this guy. Put a little bit on my finger. Look at that, it's so pretty. And then just at the front of my lid, and I'm just going to wipe that across a bit. Oh wow, that has a massive punch of color. Look at that. All right, let's do the same thing to the other side. Christ, it's pigmented. Seriously. Okay, I want to put Golden Touch, this glitter, on top of it. Don't know if it's going to go on top. I think we should try. Okay, I've got a heap on my finger. Will it stick to my eyeball? Just going to pat it down so it doesn't go anywhere. How cool is that? All right, let's do it again. So that was Golden Touch glitter, pressed glitter. And that's going on top of the Gold Star metallic. Wow. Can't believe she gave me this palette back. It's magic. All right, now I just want to connect up underneath the eyes a little bit. So I'm going to grab a little brush. Little brush, just a little tiny pencil brush. This is from Crown Brushes, love it. Okay, and I'm going to come under with Gold Star so I can get the gold story sort of coming in. So Gold Star was this first one that we put down. And I'm just going to bring it on that brush in between the lashes. And there's been a bit of fallout underneath my eye, but that's okay. Just adding that little bit. See, to tie it in, just bringing the colour under. This is a good idea to use your transition shade for doing this on any look. Really connects the upper and lower. Okay, we're going to need some serious eyeliner going on today to cut through that gold. Gold's looking pretty good right now. Okay, eyeliner. Do we want to do a wing? Yes. If you're still scared about doing wings, watch what I do. Get yourself a felt tip. A felt tip. It's so much easier. Now what we're going to do is draw a line from the corner of my eye heading towards the corner of my eyebrow. Obviously we're not going to go that far. So you can start with just little wings. Just slowly. It's just there. And now I've just got to come and fill in. I'll just give that a bit of a flick. Okay, so now I've got to fill that triangle. I can hear a cat behind me. Yeah, so we should have kittens in the new year. Like our own litter of kittens. So that's pretty bloody excited. One of my girls, Serena, she's only 7 months, but she keeps coming into season. And she comes into the bedroom and she sings the Song of Her People to me. And I'm like, oh my God, will you just go to sleep and shut up? But I don't say that to her because I know it's not her fault. She can't help that she's coming into season. But she's only 7 months old, so she can't be, obviously she can't be bred yet. I've got Natika and Patrick are entered in my first ever and their first ever cat show. So that's going to be pretty cool. That's at the end of August in Bassendean. I haven't been there before. I know they change locations, like they're not always at Bassendean. Okay, so you need to bring it across your eye. And then you need to fill, coming along like this in behind your lashes and pressing is a darn good way to do it. So you can see that's got that beautiful wing going on right there. We really need this black to sort of cut through it. Okay. And as far as doing wings go on people with hooded eyes, last night I did a makeover on a client and she has some very early beginning hooding. She's not super bad. Her hooding's not bad. But I was like, yeah, let me at it, because the more face shapes I can practice on, the better. You learn more. Did her makeup last night, and you know what? I just followed all the same rules. Need some more bloody concealer. I just followed all the same rules and the same technique. I even did a big wing. You can see it in the pictures. Just go to my page, Say I'm Wearing Any Makeup on Facebook, and you'll see the one that I did last night. It just looked amazing. I'm just adding a bit more concealer under here because I've been wiping it. And I like to clean up the outside of an eye. Okay, so now I need a wing over here. So just press down, then lift up. There we go, line. And then I want you to come down the line about halfway and cut across the lid. That one's going to need more. Not on my nose. When I was shopping on, I can't even remember, one of the beauty sites I was like stalking last night, and they're selling some crazy stuff, crazy stuff. But the thing with the wing, guys, is once you know how to do it, it's just a matter of being gentle. Take your time a little bit, and you'll get the hang of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna just going all the way into the top corner of the eye, just to really make that gold bling. I'm just stamping kind of on the side. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. My friend had this liner. One end was a wing stamp and the other end was a pen. She's like, do you want the wing stamp? And I'm like, no, you're gonna throw that away. God, you've just got to practice. You just got to practice. And it doesn't always work out the way you want it to work out, but you just go back in there and watch a few more tutorials and practice. See, I'd say I'm pretty good at doing wings, but I still have to come in and do corrections too. Now on the other eye, I brought that liner down a little bit. Just bring it down a little bit there. Okay, how good are they looking? Looking very bright. Ooh, this could be so pretty at night if this was like, if I put like some holographic glitter up here. Just wow. Oh, and I've got these incredible new pens. I really do. I wonder where they are. I don't know. All right, what am I looking for? I'm going to now go in and use a brown. Should I try and use something? Stuff it. We'll go black. Excuse me, I've got hay fever. All right. So what I'm going to do is try and do the top and bottom line. So you can sort of put it in your waterline and move it back and forth. And that'll get your wet line done at the top. It takes a while to get used to doing that. And then I'm going to put this into my waterline. God, these pencils are amazing. See how quick and thick that just goes on? And it lasts all day. I'm so glad with this purchase. So the cream gel liners from ColourPop. I bought a kit of them. Under $100. They're all incredible. All incredible. Like, it's one of the best purchases ever. Okay, now I need to do a little bit of smudging. Where's my favorites? Yes, this one will smudge. So I'm just smudging along, sort of along the wet line, along that lower lash line. Just so there's no harsh lines. It's all buffed out. Sometimes after I buff it, I'll come back in. I'll do that. I'll show you. I come back in with the same pencil. And I just top up my waterline again. So just put one finger on your cheek and just gently pull it down. There we go. Pretty happy with those eyes, but you know where they would look a lot better with a set of falsies on. So let's do it. I've got piles and piles of makeup in front of me. Okay, so when people come to me and they want a full face of makeup and they want, oh, my hair looks cool like that, and they want lashes. Lashes is the last thing that we do. So the mascara is already done. For the lips today, I'm gonna go with, I think, a nude lip. I've got this beautiful ColourPop Luxe gloss. And you can see that it's quite nude. I'll put it on the back of my hand. This is the one that's got the buggered twister. I got a dud. Okay, we won't be using that one. Too much colour? Let's stuff it. I want to wear red today. So if you guys didn't know, I used to be a Senegence distributor for lip scents and all their other products. Due to ill health, I had to step out of that. But I still have about 100 of their lipsticks because I have every single colour. My favourite red in here, one that I absolutely love, is, I love salmon, I love candy cane. There was one more, royal, it's called Royal something. Ruby, red ruby, that's what it's called. Haha. Now, this one is so cool because the red is to die for. Plus, it's got like iridescence to it. Very cool. Very cool. Like a metallic lips. All right. So you got to give them a good shake because they're pigment. Just can't get the hang of seeing my face like that. It feels so weird having a shaved bit. Very brave of me, I think. Have you ever had cropped hair? Would you crop it off? And then would you wear it pink? Hang on, I forgot. I've got to wipe. When you're using lip scents, you need to get rid of all the crap on your lips. So this will be concealer and foundation and powder. And my lips are flaking like the rest of my face. Thank you, Kate. Love you, darling. Okay. I like exfoliating my lips here at the same time. All right, so this needs 3 thin layers and then it stays on all day. Seriously, all day. You just have to put gloss on. So the red, they're right up to the line. And this first pass is the most important one because we're using it sort of as a lip liner. Inside of the lip. This is an amazing colour. You guys are going to love it. So I just flip the tip so that I got like a little sharpy edge so that I can do the lining. Top, we are ready for its second coat. If you go over. Didn't like that. Nearly done. One more layer. Yeah, I think red was a good choice for today. My teeth are still looking really white. I haven't whitened them in ages. I'm worried with coffee drinking, and sometimes I drink red wine. I'm like, I don't want them to get icky. I'm just holding my lips apart for until this dries. And then we've got a ton of options on gloss. Now, with lip scents, which is what I've got on now, you can't use any other gloss with it except lip scents. That's not even a sales pitch. I don't even sell lip scents anymore. I'm just telling you from the bottom of my heart that you have to use lip scents colours. There'll be a clear one somewhere. That's right, I've got a red juicy one. If you use other types of gloss, it will break this down and it won't last all day. So you seriously do need to get the gloss. The glosses are absolutely gorgeous and they're only $26. I think in my bag I've got 7. Every now and then I do a big clean out of my bag and bring all my beauty products back to the beauty table. All right. Okay. Can you see the reflection? Can you see that it's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit metallic. I love it and lasts all day. You gotta do the inside of your lip too. So at the end of the day, you're just gonna have just a little bit on the front. Okay, so once your makeup's done like this, grab whichever gloss you want to use for that day. Make sure it's a Senegence gloss. Grab your gloss. Once your lips have had 10 seconds, you can grab your gloss and go over the top of it. Oh, I've done that really well. This is the perfect gloss for it because it's red. This one is called Juicy Cherry. Lips are done. Dun, 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 dun. It's looking pretty heavy under the eyes. Okay. So I'm just going to put probably the continuous spray setting mix. No, instead I'm going to use this one. I have 3 or 4 different setting sprays. I don't believe we really need setting spray. What I do like about setting spray though is it wets the powder and the powder can then dry onto the skin like the cream products that are there. So for me, I feel like this sort of mushes everything together and combines things like the highlight and the blush and the contour. So I'm going to close my eyes. There we go. And this one is Shake and Glow Spray Illuminator Luminous Setting Spray. 24-hour hydration. So it's hydrating. It's fantastic. It's meant to be giving me some illumination. Infused with coconut extract. Shake well. Hold at least 15 centimeters away and spray. Ensure eyes and mouth are closed. Do not inhale. That's what it really says. I tell you, it's made my skin look pretty awesome. Oh, I'm very happy with that. Okay, so the last thing I need to do, now that my hair's really short, I've had short hair a lot before. If you know me, you'll know that a few years ago I was still getting my hair cropped short. I want to, can't get my earrings out. I want to get my earrings out because I want to put on some big earrings to go with the short hair that I have. If I can get an earring out. Get out. Get out, get out. Get out, get out. What the F? Ah. So I've still got these cute little pinky purple sparklies in my top hole. Oh no, there's one, which means the other one's probably already lost. Which is lucky that I didn't pay very much for them. Now, as far as, I was going to put lashes on. I will. But let's think about earrings for a second. I think we should go gold because we've gone gold with the eyes. So we definitely need some gold. I'm feeling, without going over the top, what about these guys? It's like a little pinky stone. Yeah. You have been chosen. I love these. They're very Mimco. Right, so it's going to sit like that. That's nice. It's the same colour as my pink hair. Okay. So the other one wants to come off. I think I'm liking my hair the more I play with it, the more I look at it. But God, it makes such a difference having makeup on. When you've got sort of short white hair and no makeup, you can look, I look very washed out. So, there we go. Got some bigger earrings. Okay, guys, I am going to go and edit this video before my nail client comes and put it out. If you like what you've seen today, if you've got any questions, please hit subscribe. I won't be bombarding you with videos. My goal is 1 to 2 per week. They usually go for about 40 minutes to an hour. This one's it's gone for an hour. A lot of that was explaining wings, trying to do wings. So there you go. We've got our wings, we've got our gold. And I'm really happy with it. All right, I hope you guys have an absolutely fabulous, fabulous weekend. And I will see you soon. Give me a like.